Welcome back to another conference tournament prediction video. This is our second to last video of this little series we've been doing over the past 2 weeks. Make sure you go check out our previous ones once you're done with this one. But today we are going to be looking at the Big West, and this conference is definitely more intriguing this year than it has been in the past years because they have two really strong teams here. UC San Diego might be in contention for an at-large bid. I mean, this team has been absolutely insane. I'm really interested to see what happens if they ended up not winning this conference tournament. And then you have UC Irvine, who is also uh, really, really strong. They probably will not get an at-large bid. I don't think they really have a chance, but they could definitely win this conference tournament. I mean, UC San Diego is sitting at 28-4. UC Irvine at 27-5. I mean, these are two really, really strong teams. But let's start off in the 5-8 matchup. UC Santa Barbara taking on Cal State Bakersfield. Cal State Bakersfield 4 games under 500 on the season. UC Santa Barbara finishes 19-12. UC Santa Barbara has a solid team, but I think their strength really is their 3-point shooting. They have one of the best shooting teams in the country. They don't really play at a fast pace, but they have close to a top 100 offense. I really like their shooting. And I think that's what I will go with over Cal State Bakersfield. They don't really defend the three very well, and they also don't shoot the three very well. Their offense kind of struggles, and their defense is outside of the top 300. I don't know. There's not much really going for Cal State Bakersfield in this one. I think UC Santa Barbara moves on. And then we got UC Davis versus Cal Poly or Poly. I actually think Cal Poly can get this upset, the 7-6 upset. UC Davis has lost 6 games in a row. In the season series, I believe, UC Davis won both games. But I don't know. I mean, they've been playing so bad as of recently. They do got a guy, T.Y. Johnson, averaging 21 points a game. He has been very, very good. And, I will give them a little bit of slack. They have played UC San Diego and UC Irvine and Cal State Northridge, who are all top 4 teams in this conference in their last 6 games. But I don't know, man. 6-game losing streak heading into the tournament. I don't love that. I like how Cal Poly can shoot the three. They shoot one of the most. They're third highest in 3-point rate in the country. They have the fastest paced team in the country. And they take care of the ball. You don't see that for fast-paced teams, so I like Cal Poly to be a little bit of a sneaky team here. I think they win. Then we go ahead and take a look back up to the top with Cal State Northridge taking on UC Santa Barbara. Cal State Northridge finished 3 games ahead of them in conference play. They also finished at 22-9. I think they're a very strong team. I think UC Santa Barbara could make this interesting, though. I mean, the way they shoot threes, they're a really, really strong shooting team. But I like Cal State Northridge to get this one done. They're one of the best rebounding teams in all of Division One, and they defend the three. Not terribly. It could be better, but they play at a fast pace. I like their rebounding. I think that'll be the difference in this one. And against UC Santa Barbara this season. They've played pretty well. I think they've swept them. I want to make sure on that before I move on. Yes, they swept them in their most recent game. They just won by like 30, so it's hard for me to ignore that. You could argue that Cal State Northridge, not the greatest 3-point defense team, and UC Santa Barbara loves to chuck up shots, but I mean against them in the regular season, they've been pretty okay. They take care of the ball. I like Cal State Northridge. I think they're a solid team, 22-9. I believe they're the third highest ranked team in Torvik in this conference. I just think they're really strong and really, really solid, well-rounded team. They're top 135 in both offense and defense. Just a really well-balanced team. And they play at a fast pace too. So, if UC Santa Barbara does start making some threes, I think they'll be able to keep up just because of the pace they play at. UC Riverside taking on Cal Poly. Now, this one is interesting because UC Riverside, really nothing stands out about them. They're kind of just an average team here. They got almost a top 100 offense, almost a top 200 defense. again, there's nothing really special about this team. They don't necessarily defend the three badly, but they don't really do it great either. At least with Cal Poly, you got some outlier things. Like I said, fastest paced team in all of Division One. They shoot a whole lot of threes, and they make them at a pretty good percentage too. They also take care of the ball. I like Cal Poly to make a little bit of a run, take out UC Riverside. I think they split in the season series, if I'm not mistaken, I believe. Yeah, and Cal Poly won the most recent matchup by 12 points, 112 to 100. So when these two teams get together, you know it's going to be a high scoring game. I like Cal Poly to go on a bit of a run here as the 7th seed. I think they knocked down UC Riverside. They won 4 of their last 5 games as well. So take what you want from that, but I like them to make a little bit of a run. Again, I mean, is this? Yeah, it's realistic, I would say, but I could see Cal Poly also losing first round. I mean, you never know, but I like their odds to make a little bit of a run. UC San Diego as the 1 seed, we talked about them a little bit, but this team is just so strong. I mean, it's going to be really hard to not pick them to make a run in March Madness if they get there. Now that's a big if because I'm really worried that the committee won't give them an at-large bid if they don't win this conference, but I think they know that. They have the best turnover margin in all of Division One. They shoot threes at a ridiculous rate and a ridiculous percentage. And they're top 60, almost top 60 offense, top 40 defense. I don't see them losing to Cal State Northridge. If there's anyone they're going to lose to, it'll be UC Irvine. So I don't think they lose this game in the tournament. Although I think Cal State Northridge actually played them pretty well, I want to say, this season. But I don't know. I think UC San Diego. I think they got to get to the championship game at least. They're just so good. I mean, they've won a ridiculous amount of games in a row. I forget how much it is. I think it's like 12 or something crazy like that. Absolutely absurd. And then at the bottom, UC Irvine, it's 13. UC Irvine versus Cal Poly. I do think Cal Poly's run may be a little overstayed. A little, they may have overstayed their welcome in this tournament. I just think UC Irvine is just the more complete team here. In the season series, the two teams, I want to say Cal Poly actually beat them one time. I might be making that up, but yeah, I'm making that up. UC Irvine beat them. They only played once. They beat them, or no, they played twice, but both times UC Irvine won in convincing fashion. I just think UC Irvine is clearly the second best team. I mean, they're a top 80 KenPom team. They have a top 25 defense in the country. Every single defensive metric is just really strong for this team. The only thing that's not too crazy is 3-point defense, but it's still in like the top 150 for everything. They're just a strong team in all honesty. And then in the championship game, the game that everybody is anticipating and waiting for, and everyone wants to see a third match between these two teams. They split the season series. UC San Diego won the most recent one by almost 20 points, but earlier in the season, UC Irvine did, in fact, beat them by 8 points. They both won the road game in the series, which is interesting. Both these teams, just phenomenal teams. I really think that these two teams could potentially both be tournament teams if UC Irvine were to go out and win. Like I said, UC San Diego might get an at-large bid, and I really like their chances if they get into the tournament. If they get in, they'll probably get like an 11, maybe 12 at lowest. This team can make a run, man. Like I said, they don't turn the ball over, and they force a whole lot. I mean, it's just their turnover margin is ridiculous. They shoot threes at a crazy rate, and they make them. It's just a really good team. I mean, this is maybe one of the best lower mid-major seeds we've seen in the past couple of years. I mean, this UC San Diego team is very strong, and UC Irvine is great as well. I mean, you look at this team; they're ranked 79th in Torvik. They have a top 25 defense in the country, and like I said, I mean, everything defensively is so strong for them, and their offense. Not the best, but it's not horrible. I mean, they don't shoot threes often. They kind of just drive in, But, I mean, the offense inside of the top 200, again, it's not horrible. I mean, they're ahead of a lot of Power 5 teams, and they're close to some solid teams. I mean, they're one spot behind Dayton, who maybe could make. I mean, they're close with like George Mason, Yale, who's uh, another strong mid-major team. I mean, they're close to teams like Wake Forest, Pitt, who could potentially be bubble teams. You never know. They're ahead of teams like High Point, which I really like. I mean, this UC Irvine team definitely a really good team as well, and both these teams are playing really well right now. UC Irvine's won 7 of their last 8. UC San Diego has won 13 in a row. I just think UC San Diego is the better team. They're more complete. They're more well-rounded. UC Irvine, sure, their defense may be better, but UC San Diego being top 65 in both offense and defense compared to UC Irvine being like 190th in offense, I don't love that. We saw that in the most recent matchup where UC San Diego went into their building and won by almost 20 points. They have just been lights out as of recently. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they only have 2 losses in conference, only 4 losses on the season. And one of those was a 5-point loss at San Diego State, who could potentially be a tournament team. They won at Utah State, who is probably going to be a tournament team. I mean, this UC San Diego team, I can't stress this enough. They're just such a great team. They have good guard play. They check all the right boxes for a low seed to make a run in the tournament, which honestly, that kind of worries me that they do that because it makes me feel like they're almost getting too hyped. But I think they take care of business in this conference. I do think they win. I don't think they test the odds with the committee. But I will say if UC Irvine does end up winning, I hope they give UC San Diego a chance with an at-large bid. I think they might. I think it's gotten really a lot better in the past like month or so. But we will see if they get an at-large bid. That is going to do it for the Big West tournament predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there, subscribe, turn on the noties, and like this video, obviously. All that good stuff. Make sure you go check out our previous tournament videos. This is the 30th one now. We have one more to do, the Ivy League, and then we're done. So check all of those out. Comment down below who you got in this tournament. I love to talk down there. Links in the description, as always. Check those out. And yeah, just stay tuned because we got a lot of content. March Madness just around the corner. Selection Sunday's in like 4 days. I mean, it's a great time to be on the channel. Make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. But with that being said, that's going to do it for the Big West. See you guys tomorrow with the Ivy League tournament predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed this one.